We're excited today to be joined by District 4 Councilwoman Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia, in addition to members of our CPS Energy team. We have Kirk Knuckles, an outreach specialist, speaking with us today about gas safety. Cristela Trevino with our community engagement team will share information on our customer assistance programs and utility assistance. While Julia Martinez with our Energy to Business team, also known as E2B, will share information about rebate programs and resources available for small and medium businesses. And finally, we'll have Priscilla Robledo with our Customer Response Unit, also known as CREW. She will cover CPS Energy's FLEXPOWER Bundle Initiative and our newly approved Rates Advisory Committee. Councilwoman, thank you for hosting this event with me. Before we jump in our program today, I want to give you an opportunity to address and welcome our attendees this evening. Councilwoman.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. Thanks to everyone who's watching. And so, of course, we're very excited at District 4 to be having this virtual People First Community Fair. We know that we'd rather be meeting in person, kind of like me. I love seeing everybody, right? And talking and interacting and joining in the fellowship of our community members. But I'm glad that we're still able to share some of this information about the programs that CPS Energy has that I think are critical to our community and especially in support during this pandemic. So kudos to the CPS Energy team for continuing to be creative about how to bring information to our folks, specifically the District 4 residents. Right now, there's many families, as you know, that are struggling through this pandemic, and I'm very excited to learn more about the assistance programs that are available right now that are helping some of the residents, along with the many other programs that CPS Energy has that benefit our community really on a year-round basis. So thank you so much for the invite, and I'm looking forward to learning more.
We definitely appreciate having you here. I believe our virtual attendees will appreciate learning about the many programs we have to offer. As a reminder to our attendees, we are recording today's presentation and we'll be sharing it on social media at a later date. Also, we look forward to answering your questions throughout the program. Please use the Q&A feature to connect with a team member. This evening, we'll be giving away 10 energy conservation kits to anyone asking any questions in the Q&A feature. For our customers calling in, please use the 210-353-2783 to ask your questions. We'll have a member live and ready to answer your questions, and you'll be able to enter a chance to win one of these conservation kits. The energy conservation kit, hope you can see it, has several LED light bulbs, a combination of outlet and light switch gaskets, some foam pipe insulation, high energy efficiency shower heads, and some low flow kitchen and bath aerators. It's a $40 value, and it's available for individuals that ask questions, and they'll be able to get into that raffle. So good luck and ask many questions. Our customer response unit will reach out to you privately if you're a winner. Before we begin, we have Randy De Leon with our Public Safety and Education team, who will share a quick safety message. Randy?
Thank you, Ms. Laura. The holidays should be a wonderful time of year, and to ensure that they are, just remember these critical safety tips. When it comes to lighting, always select the Underwriters Laboratories, that's the UL, approved holiday lighting sets, and do not string more than 3 sets of lights together, unless they are LEDs. Unplug cords when stringing lights and unplug the light displays before leaving your home and going to sleep. And let's not forget about indoor safety. Make your home a safety zone. Don't overload circuits by inserting too many plugs into a single outlet, and install safety covers on all unused outlets that kids can reach. Also, replace any missing or broken wall plates. Make sure all plugs fit securely into outlets. Loose fitting plugs can overheat and can lead to a fire. Use extension cords on a temporary basis. They are not intended for permanent wiring. Together, we can help keep our community safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. That was a great safety message. Our first topic of the evening is our natural gas safety. Joining us today is Kirk Knuckles to elaborate more. Welcome, Kirk.
Thank you, Ms. Laura. Hello, everyone. I'm Kirk Knuckles with our Public Safety and Education team. As part overall, our community engagement team. I'm looking forward to discussing with you many of our safety tips on natural gas today. We're going to start off with natural gas safety, and then we'll go into carbon monoxide safety. So first, we're going to start off with our natural gas. Natural gas stoves and color of the flames. This is very important on your stoves. especially if you have an old stove. You really need to keep an eye on that. Make sure that flame is pretty and blue, just like in the pictures I have there for your viewing. You want it nice and strong, not lazy, because when the flame gets lazy, it'll start wavering and changing colors to a yellow or orange. That is a color you do not want to see. You want it pretty and blue, just like that. Then going down into the ovens, utilizing it properly, mainly using your oven for cooking or broiling or baking. You don't want to use your oven to heat the house. Very dangerous situation because the oven is designed to heat that area of the oven, not the whole home. So when you're forcing your stove to heat the home, you usually turn it all the way up and max it out. Therefore, it's not burning very efficiently. It's getting too much oxygen because the door is wide open and it's pushing out too much gas. So you're going to change the color of that flame on your oven and you're going to create a problem called carbon monoxide, and you don't want to do that. So please do not use your eyes on top or your oven to to make your home warm. It's not a heater, it's a cooking apparatus. And then let's talk about our water heaters. You have your older homes in San Antonio, you have your mid of the year homes, and then you have your newer homes. On all homes, no matter the year, no matter how new or old it is, if you have a combustible gas water heater, you wanna make sure that water heater is properly vented if it's in a closet, or inside the house next to the stove in your older homes, or it can be out in the garage. Regardless, wherever it's located, you want it burning properly, you want it vented properly. So take care of it. And if it's in a closet, most important, please don't clutter the closet, because some of the things you put in that closet with the water heater are flammable. And if something should go wrong, you're going to have a fire in that water heater closet. And you don't want to do that because there's a great possibility you could burn your home down. So please don't do that either. Not last but least, the natural gas furnace. The natural gas furnace is a very important piece of equipment in your home because once you're out of the season not using it, if you have a newer one, there's no reason to turn it off. It shuts off. It does not have a pilot. If you have an older furnace in your house, then it has a pilot. You can cut it off right there when you open the closet next to the wall. That's called your master cutoff. You can cut that off and the flame will go out. And then when the new season come around, before you light that, call out a heating and cooling specialist, a bonded and licensed HVAC individual from a heating and cooling company so he can check it out. It's just like your automobile. It needs to be tuned and checked out. Because if you start seeing rust in there, that is not a good sign. The rust comes from the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger is part of the furnace that separates the natural gas and the heat and puts it into the house, and then the poisonous gases outside the flute to go outside the home to keep you and your family safe. So please, all I'm trying to iterate and say to you is get it serviced before you use it anytime when winter's coming. That's all you have to remember. Now, let's move along and go down to our carbon monoxide section and talk about that for a little bit. Carbon monoxide detectors. Very important. You don't have to buy the highest one. You don't have to buy the cheapest one. Find you one midway. But what I ask of you when you do buy one, make sure you buy one that has dual purpose, meaning it has a visual and an audio. An alarm is your audio, and the visual, you have LED readout. So you can see how many ppms. ppm stands for parts per million. You never want to see anything on that parts per million. If you do, call CPS out and let them check out your appliances to make sure you and your family do not get carbon monoxide poisoning. And then most important too, placement of your carbon monoxide detector. Place it no lower than 4 foot, no higher than 5 foot. Anywhere in between, you're okay. But don't go lower than 4, don't go higher than 5. Basically, to give you an idea, that's about the same level as your switch for turning your lights off and on throughout your home on your walls. So remember that, very important. Okay. On that note, I'd like to tell everybody thank you. This concludes my presentation. I want to thank you for this opportunity. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Kirk. Thank you very much for that information. And by the way, also thank you to Randy. It would have been helpful to learn some of those tips before I added all of the lights outside of my house. So thank you for sharing that. But so back to Kirk. I understand that you're a part of the outreach team, and so right now during the pandemic, we can't be doing a whole lot of things together. There's a lot of social. No, there has to be social distancing involved. How is CPS Energy staying in touch with the community?
Thank you for that question, Councilwoman. Our outreach team is still hard at work scheduling and conducting virtual presentations for our community, leaders, school, first responders, all kind of people, construction companies, everything. We're doing them all virtually. We can present from different things, different locations. And we also do assistant programs, utility assistant, energy efficiency, and most important, what I'm doing now, public safety and education. So please, if you are wanting us at your next meeting or event, please call us at 210-353-3939 or email us at cpsenergypresentation@cpsenergy.com.
Thank you, Councilwoman, and thank you, Kirk. As mentioned, CPS Energy has a variety of programs to offer all customers. We encourage you to visit us at cpsenergy.com/assistance for more information. Next this evening, Cristela Trevino with our community engagement team will share information with you on CPS Energy's customer assistance programs and utility assistance. Welcome, Cristela.
Thank you, Laura, and thank you all for joining us tonight. During these challenging times, we do want to continue to highlight some of CPS Energy's very own assistance programs, as well as utility assistance resources that are right here in our community. But before we get into these resources, I do want to shed some light on one of the most commonly asked questions when we share about these programs. People want to know, first and foremost, how do I qualify, or who in fact does qualify? So in order to be eligible for these programs, you would need to meet at least one of the following. Be a senior who is 60 years or older, have a family with young children, be an individual with disabilities or someone using critical medical care equipment, or have been impacted by COVID-19. Additionally, in order to qualify for these programs, it will depend on how many people are in your household and how much they bring into the household. So these are some things to keep in mind as we review these programs. There is utility assistance that is available through Bexar County Strong, where customers may receive assistance in partnership with the county. And with this program, qualified customers may receive up to $1,200 in utility assistance. Now, Bexar County Strong also has resources assisting with rent, relocation, as well as employment and job training opportunities. So if you want to learn more about this program, please call 210-335-3666 or visit their website at www.bear.org/3314/bear-county-strong. Now, through the City of San Antonio Neighborhood and Housing Services Department, also known as NHSD, customers may receive housing and utility assistance. Eligible customers may receive up to $2,625 in housing assistance and up to $1,125 in utility assistance. If you want to learn more about this program, you can call the City of San Antonio's Neighborhood and Housing Service Department at 210-207-5910 or visit www.sanantonio.gov/DHS utility. Now, CPS Energy is dedicated to providing a variety of programs to meet the different needs of our community members. And to learn about any of the programs that we will review, or to learn about others that we might not even have time to get into this evening, simply call 210-353-2222 or visit cpsenergy.com/assistance. So you may have heard of our Affordability Discount Program, also known as ADP, and this program offers customers that are eligible a discount on their monthly service charge. Another program that we offer is our Senior Citizen Late Fee Waiver Program. And for qualifying seniors that are over 60 years old, what the program does once they're on it is it actually waives the late charges. So, yet another program for our seniors is the Senior Citizen Billing Program. And this program allows seniors additional time to pay their energy bill. To qualify for this program, the person whose name appears on the CPS Energy account must be at least 60 years of age. Now, please note that this program can only be applied to the customer's principal residence. I know it's quite a bit of information, and the last thing we want to do is overwhelm you. But we do want to encourage you to stay informed and stay connected, especially during this pandemic. And two of the best ways to do that are going to be by visiting cpsenergy.com/assistance or give us a call at 210-353-2222. We have barely begun to scratch the surface on these programs, so I encourage you to learn more about them and to reach out to us to see which one is going to be best for your household. But thank you so much for lending us a little bit of your time and attention this evening. We appreciate you.
Cristela, it was great to see you today. As always, look forward to getting all the information that you have. I understand that COVID-19 has greatly affected our community and that it's been in such a big way that CPS Energy has suspended disconnections. Is CPS Energy calling customers requesting payments?
Always good to see you, Councilwoman, and great working with you. Um, Absolutely not. CPS Energy will never call demanding payment. But it is the holidays, and what we see during the holidays is these scams start to ramp up. And so this is definitely a time to stay vigilant. There is nothing wrong with being extra cautious. What we are doing right now and what I want to share with everybody is that our outbound outreach campaign continues. And so this is a campaign where we are contacting customers, but when we call, we are doing this to check in and see how they're doing and share these resources that we talked about tonight, see what programs are going to be fits for them throughout this time. So please, if you can, share this information, share this message with your friends and family so that we can get that message out there. And thank you, Councilwoman, for giving me the opportunity to get the word out there.
Thank you, Cristela and Councilwoman. CPS Energy generally chairs and promotes any programs that can help support our customers, whether it's our own CPS Energy programs or local agency partner programs. Our outreach team has definitely had to get creative to maintain engagement with the District 4 community. Sorry, Randy had to drop off, but we do have a winner tonight for one of our energy conservation kits. It's Mr. Bobby. One of our customer response unit members will be reaching out to you privately so we can coordinate delivery of your energy conservation kit. Congratulations. Next this evening is our Energy to Business. Julia Martinez will cover rebate programs and resources available for small and medium businesses. Welcome, Julia.
Good evening. Thank you, Laura. Hi, my name is Julia Martinez, and I'm with CPS Energy, representing our Energy to Business team. Thank you for joining us today. We know your time is valuable, and we're excited to share information about our rebates programs and resources available for small businesses. It is my pleasure to introduce to you to our Energy to Business department, also known as E2B. Our E2B team is ready to support, guide, and be of service for small businesses facing financial burden. E2B is a mobile, hands-on unit reaching customers through personal concierge-type communication. We are building relationships with small businesses, creating easier channels to do business with us, and providing that one point of contact to help you through complex issues. Additionally, our team delivers awareness to small and medium businesses of available rebates CPS Energy has to offer. Business owners can participate and learn about various programs that can help you save energy and money. Therefore, I would like to share details of our free HVAC tune-up instant rebate. CPS Energy has contractors that are trained to deliver exceptional service to you. You can schedule an appointment to receive a free service by calling our rebates department at 210-353-2728. During the service visit, the contractor will measure and correct the indoor airflow, inspect and change the filter, as well as adjust the refrigerant of your central system. They will clean and inspect the outdoor condenser coils, indoor coil and filter, and the indoor blower and filter. To be eligible, you must be a commercial customer, have a 1-year-old direct expansion or heat pump, and have not received a tune-up in the past 5 years. Don't worry if you don't know whether you fit the eligibility requirements. Our contractors can help determine this when you speak to them. The exciting news about this rebate is that it has a value of $175 to up to $1,800, depending on the tons of your HVAC system. There are many rebates designed specifically for commercial customers to discover at cpsenergy.com/save now, or contact our rebates department at 210-353-2728 for more programs and details. CPS Energy continues to serve our community safely during COVID-19 pandemic by implementing safety measures to ensure you have reliable power for your business. We've adjusted our walk-in business center location hours to prepare the facility before the beginning of each business day, and now are open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our energy advisors are physically distanced as they're working from home, but our call center hours for our commercial department are available for you to do business with us as usual, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and we can be reached at 210-353-3333. We have suspended all disconnects, but in fact, CPS Energy is actively sharing that if you contact us to make a payment plan to address these balances, we are removing any late fees that may have been charged to your account as a courtesy to further assist you with your financial needs. E2B team strives to strengthen our people first philosophy, which is about being there for our customers when they need us. Energy to Business team partners with a variety of community alliances to share valuable resources with our small business customers. Contact Energy to Business at 210-353-6322 for further assistance. As we support the health and well-being of our community by practicing social distancing, we also recognize the importance of staying virtually connected with our customers and our community during this time. Thank you for your time today, and please remember to visit our website at cpsenergy.com/save now for information on all the rebates and programs. Back to you, Laura.
And Judy, I'll chime in with a question, and it's great to see you. How is E2B assisting small business community, the small business community during this time? I know they've been particularly hit. So just help me understand a little bit more how they're helping.
Yes, thank you, Councilwoman Garcia. CPS Energy has been proudly representing our Energy to Business department through our partnerships with the San Antonio Chambers, Bexar County, and Westside Development Community Center, virtually much in the same structure used today. E2B is a part of the Customers Outreach Resources Efforts team, known as the CORE, which conducts outreach telephone calls and finds financial solutions to share also resources available to small businesses. We encourage you to, as a business owner, to check your mail for communications from E2B, because we also use this as another way of keeping our business customers informed of most up-to-date information of grants, loans, and deadlines, as well as where to apply for these opportunities. As they become available, we partner with like Lift Fund, San Antonio Growth on the east side, also known as SAGE, Maestro Entrepreneur Center, and the San Antonio Economic Development to ensure you are informed of different resources these agencies provide for small business customers, to include assistance with the grants and loan applications. Now, I do want to clarify, Energy to Business is also here to support our nonprofit organizations, as well as help you reach your financial goals through our services. But you can visit cpsenergy.com/energy to business for more details.
Thank you, Councilwoman and Julia. Our final topic this evening is CPS Energy's Flex Power Bundle Initiative and our newly approved Rates Advisory Committee. Joining us today is Priscilla Robledo with our Customer Response Unit. Welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, Councilwoman Rocha Garcia, and all that are joining us today. Again, we do know that your time is valuable and we appreciate you being here. Good evening. My name is Priscilla Robledo, and I'm a senior member of the CPS Energy Customer Response Unit. Tonight, we are excited to share important information about the Rates Advisory Committee, or RAC as we refer to it, and our Flex Power Bundle. This evening, we're going to discuss recommendations from our management and leadership team on the newly approved Rates Advisory Committee. We're also going to talk about where we're at with our Flex Power Bundle. Earlier this year, the City of San Antonio Mayor sent our Board of Trustees a memo requesting the creation of a Rates Advisory Committee with inclusion of representation from each City Council district. Selected representatives will review the current rate structures and design new ones with an overall focus on our customers' impact. Now, our board met shortly thereafter and approved a resolution in March of 2020 to support developing a framework to seek a proper proposed structure for this committee. The Rates Advisory Committee's goal will be to provide input to management and the board on rate design and power generation. We've been very busy since March with our CEO, Paula Gold-Williams. We've been providing monthly updates to our board. We've had many meetings and discussions with our Board of Trustees to review in-depth information, requesting input from our board on the direction to go with the RAC, and most recently to approve the committee. Now, from a governance perspective, we are looking at 21 members from throughout our service territory to give us a really diverse view. In addition to the 11 which will be chosen by our Board of Trustees to include the mayor, the RAC will have 10 appointments from City Council. We will also have a consultant that has a variety of rate-making experience that will be able to provide insight to our RAC members on the rate processes and other relevant utility issues. The RAC may use this information in part to provide or make informed recommendations to our Board of Trustees. Now, in terms of governance and member qualifications, you might ask what kind of qualifications a member would need to have. Well, there are various qualifications, and we feel that any and all experience is valuable. We would like to have representation from all customer segments to ensure that all of our customers have a voice. We are proposing that to be a part of this committee, you do need to reside within the service territory and be a current CPS Energy customer. We want a diverse group of members to include those with an understanding of corporate governance, strong financial acumen, leadership skills, and being able to balance the time commitments for this committee. Now, the board just approved the Rates Advisory Committee, and we are looking forward to sharing more information about it soon. Our bylaws are currently in draft form. However, I want to let our community know that we have a process that we're currently working on right now. The bylaws describe what the membership might look like, defines the roles, the eligibility, the composition, the selection, and the term limits, amongst other things. One important aspect is understanding how often the committee will meet, the length of time, and it will also formalize how we post this information to the community to allow for an opportunity for feedback and input. Now, again, we've been really busy for the past several months with this ongoing process. We sent our RFP for a rate advisory consultant to a number of consultancies across the United States. We did receive 11 of them and recently completed our third round, which did include virtual presentations with the top 5 respondents. We provided these recommendations to our Board of Trustees, which also has just recently been approved, and negotiations will begin soon. Now, here's a quick snapshot of how the structure might look. The RAC will be similar to our other structures like our Citizens Advisory Committee and the appointment of the CAC members. We want to make sure that this committee has access not only to our top leadership and the CEO, but also to our Board of Trustees. The RAC would complement and add to the input that we received from many of our other stakeholders. Now, as I mentioned, we have a diverse group of stakeholders, which include the environmental stakeholder group, the solar stakeholder group, our chambers, and our school districts. We want to make sure that we are broad in our outreach to the community. We're committed to making these meetings accessible to everyone in our community, and we're planning on live streaming these meetings and recording them, having the public be able to view them at their leisure or live. Especially during the times of COVID, not everyone will be able to go to an in-person meeting, so it's really important that we can have virtual meetings or at least have the live stream capability for anyone to participate from anywhere in the world, if they so desire. The event is recorded so anyone can go back and reference this material at a later date if they so wish. We will post information on our website like we do today when we have community meetings, and we'll also consider varying times to meet if day office hours are more appropriate than evening hours, so that we have participation from various people. We know that people have different work schedules, so we'd like to be very flexible regarding this as well. Now, the mission of the RAC is to provide a helpful and unique knowledge base on the insights of what we do as an industry and as a utility, with the ultimate goal of being weighed into the value pillars that we have. Of the value pillars, of course, affordability and reliability remain the top two responses we get from our customers when we ask them, what is most important? Now, two things to be considered. We're going to provide the foundational knowledge to understand rates, and the members should be willing to learn about the cost recovery to include the utility's best practices. There are expectations and responsibilities from the utility, the consultant, and each committee member. We will devote the necessary time and energy to provide information and knowledge to understand the complexity of what we do. We also want to understand what potential structures would be a good strategy or an alternative solution. We want to make sure that the input from the RAC is considered and that our community understands that we take all concerns to heart. Now, the RAC is going to provide rate structure recommendations. As per our bond covenants, the responsibility and the accountability for our rates resides with our Board of Trustees and our regulator, the City of San Antonio. However, the RAC will be able to provide a lot of useful input and consideration into that process. Now, you may be asking yourself, so what's the RAC going to do? And we want to create a pathway for input to management and our Board of Trustees on rate changes and the creation of new rates. They'll receive information on rate design trends and learn about cost structures, and we want them to ask relevant questions and raise concerns from the community. We'll review the impact of generation resource implications and function in an advisory role. Now, as we look to get the RAC and its memberships and its members up to speed, a curriculum will be developed. We will work on the governance structure and establish the bylaws, and also provide a history on current utility practices and the best practices across the industry. That includes strong utility industry acumen. We've got a lot to consider in San Antonio and the greater community in regard to environmental considerations, regulatory parameters, and how we look at our current rate design, amongst other things. Now, this is just an illustrative timeline of what I spoke to earlier. Again, we've been really busy and we've been very active with our board, and we will continue to provide updates and seek input. Now, I'll stop here for a moment before we transition into the FLEXPOWER bundle. We want to hear from the community. Public input is essential for us. We have created an English and Spanish phone line, which is 210-353-6788, just for that. We would like to hear from anyone who has any comments or feedback regarding the Rates Advisory Committee. We want the community to tell us what they think. It's the perfect opportunity for people to phone in, leave us their name and number, and we will get back to you. We'd like to hear from you about how much time do you think a committee like this should spend in a meeting? Is it 1 hour? Is it 3 hours? Or is it 5? How often should they meet? Is it once a month or is it several times a month? Call us and give us your feedback so that we can provide that information to our board. Also, before we move on to the next section, I really want to encourage listeners and viewers this evening to watch and listen to our Board of Trustees meetings. They are live streamed, or you can call in. Our board information and presentations are also posted online in advance, and you can follow along as the Board of Trustees hear from experts across the utility about the matters that are most important to us. Now, we've also talked a lot about our FLEXPOWER bundle. We went out for an RFI earlier this year requesting some information about what might be currently available. We've been very successful with the fleet of power plants that we have owned and operated, but that fleet continues to get older. Currently, we have about 1,700 megawatts that we will need to take offline within the next 10 years. This is due to the age of the plants because as they run pretty heavily during the hot summer months here in San Antonio, they become less efficient over the years. They also become less reliable, and anytime any one of these plants fails, there's more of a financial risk when those units aren't performing as they should. If you think about it, it's kind of like an older car. There are only so many miles, RPMs, and speed that you can take on an older car or a vehicle before it starts to have problems. Couple that with the fact that losing 1,700 megawatts, how do we grow the bandwidth that we need to power our community? On December 1st, 2020, we launched a global RFP seeking to add up to 900 megawatts of solar, 50 megawatts of energy storage, and 500 megawatts of firming capacity as part of the new FLEXPOWER bundle initiative. We understand how that affects our system, and we want to have that available not just for our portfolio, but also for our customers. Additionally, we know that sometimes the wind does not blow or the sun doesn't shine. We need some type of firming capacity to match that new technology to meet the same requirements and reliability that a traditional unit might have. Now, you've likely heard us speak about our STEP program extensively, which is our Save for Tomorrow energy plan, formed in 2009. We also did a STEP bridge extension. STEP has been highly successful. We not only met our goal of 771 megawatts, but exceeded it, saving 833 megawatts, which when you think about it, that's about the same size as a large power plant. And we avoided that cost for our customers. We budgeted $849 million for the STEP program, and we came in $130 million under budget. We also completed it 1 year early. We understand that there are the tried and true products that have been very successful for us. You may have also seen this month that we released a global RFP for our FLEXPOWER bundle, which will take us into the next phase. We are looking to see how innovation couples with the tried and true, and then what's new to bring in with the new technologies. Now, we've come a long way in our STEP vision. We started the Save for Tomorrow energy plan in 2009. We released the flexible path a couple of years ago, and all of this ties together. And once the FLEXPOWER bundle RFP is finalized, we can take, again, the tried and true products with the newer, clean technologies and offer diverse product offerings for all of our customers. Now, I'll end on this slide. For any questions that you might have, please use the chat feature or the Q&A. For public input, you can call us at 210-353-6788. And please let us know your comments or suggestions. How long do you think these meetings should last? Should it be ad hoc? Well, we're really looking for that community input. Again, thank you for your time today, and please visit our website at cpsenergy.com for information on all of our programs, including information on the FLEXPOWER bundle plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Priscilla, for that information. Help me understand, what if a District 4 resident wants to get involved on the Rates Advisory Committee? How does that happen?
Thank you for the question. And this is something, again, we really want to, we were asking the community for recommendations, feedback, and if you'd like to be involved in this committee, please call us. That phone number again is going to be 210-353-6788. Again, 210-353-6788. And that's if you would like to be involved in this committee, or if you have, again, feedback, how long, how often. We're really looking and hoping that the community provides some valuable information and input to us.
Thank you, Councilwoman, and thank you, Priscilla. We're now at the end of our program. Councilwoman, would you like to provide any closing comments for our audience today?
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, I'm very happy with the information that we received today. I learned a lot myself, and I'm happy that we have some residents engaged. I know I saw a few questions already popping in. I know that the team is working hard to address them, but I just want to thank the crew team for always being there for the residents of District 4. The majority of calls that we get in our District 4 office are for constituents that are looking for utility assistance. So I just want to take the time to say thank you for what you do, and to remind our residents that you can call us. You can call the council office, and we'll connect you to the CPS crew team, and we'll help you out as soon as possible. So just please reminder, reach out to our office. We're all in this together, and please continue to stay safe. But thank you for allowing me to be on today. And again, thanks for all you do, and we appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you, Councilwoman, for those remarks. We greatly appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to host this event with us. I want to remind everyone that if you have any questions you'd like to ask us, please use the Q&A feature. Our crew team has been with us throughout the evening answering your questions in real time. We will remain live for the next couple of minutes. Randy, welcome back, Randy. Oh, do we have any other winners at this time?
Thank you, Ms. Laura. I do apologize. I had some technical issues, but yes, we do have winners. Our next winners is Michael Valdez, Mark Christner, and Melody Herrera. Congratulations on winning one of our CPS Energy conservation kits this evening. One of our crew members will be reaching out to you soon privately to give you details on how to claim your prize. And no worries if you're joining us by calling in via telephone, because after the event has concluded, you will have the opportunity to call us at 210-353-2783 to provide feedback and ask questions for your chance to win a prize. Thank you for everyone for joining us. If you won a prize this evening, congratulations. And to all our attendees tonight, thank you for being here, being present, and don't be surprised if we reach out to you soon to inform you you did indeed win a prize this evening. Thank you, and congratulations to Michael, Mark, and Melody.
All right, thank you, Randy. Well, that concludes our program for this evening. We'll be sticking around for a few minutes to answer any additional questions or answer those phone lines once we conclude. So thank you again for joining CPS Energy's virtual People First Community Fair, co-hosted with the Councilwoman, Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.